Hey everybody, welcome to an extra special episode of Javier in the Air. This is wedding time. So last weekend I was out, or actually, yeah, this past weekend I was out in Ambler, Philadelphia, for those of you who may know where that is, for my nephew's wedding. And I got the special um, invitation to be part of his wedding parties, which I really appreciated. And so I got to get out there, cut a rug a little bit, look suave in a suit, and got to watch my nephew get married to a wonderful woman, Camryn. So congratulations to you both. So this episode is really about you two. It's going to be about my adventures going there. And I will be doing strictly voiceovers, and there will be maybe a video or two. But this episode is all about the wedding. So before I get going on everything, if anybody is interested in watching the rest of my shows, you can go to the archives on my YouTube channel, Javier in the Air. That's in the air, not on the air, in the air, and watch any of the last 4 seasons. For those of you who may want to watch what my regular show is about, you can go there and watch it, or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then you'll see a regular episode next week. So here's to Fernando and Camryn, and away we go. And here is the happy couple. So to start with, I wound up coming to Philadelphia, and luckily I went on a direct flight, so it wasn't as bad as it could be. And the airlines I went on was pretty good as well. So here was an empty carousel as I was waiting for my bags, as it took way too long to get my bags, but so what. And this is part of the rehearsal, so this was just 2 shots that I had. This is the proud mom and dad as they take Fernando down on the rehearsal steps down to where the ceremony would begin. And then here is in deep contemplation of, oh my God, how much is this going to cost me, is Fernando. After the rehearsal was all said and done, we went to a beautiful place called Panache, where we sat and admired Harry Potter themed accoutrement for the dinner. And so this was some of them. These were postcards that my sisters put together that the participants could take if they wanted to, which a lot of them did. I did as well. And there's the tie that ties in more Harry Potter, which the couple loves. And then I just wanted to show off the little the snitch or the sneech and some more postcards. So it turned out really nice. Okay, and welcome to the warm-up, the lead-up to the big ceremony. So here's some of the guys playing video games that we were sequestered in the groomsmen hall or room, and there you see some of it, a very antique, looks like a hutch of some sort, and it was a very old building, the venue that where the events took place, but it was a very nice building. And there's a shot of Nando's suit, along with some more of the room that we were in, and it was really nice. They had an AC brought in, and so it was blowing really, really cold, so that made it great because it was a very hot, warmish day for Ambler, Philadelphia. There's Nando, the big guy, sitting there in the chair while someone is pondering over his shoulder, and he's getting ready. And as he was getting ready for a present, here I am trying to look dapper in a suit that was a wool suit, and so it was a little bit on the warm, damp side, but it looked good on me there. And there he is getting a good straight-on shot of the man getting ready to tie the knot as he's drinking some of the beverages that you see in front of you. Some of them were mine, some were him, and some were who knows. And this was the gift. This is a picture of Nando when he got the gift from Camryn. So Camryn sent him a gift, and he sent her a gift in return while they were waiting for the big day. So I got a chance to see this, and this was the card that Camryn wrote him. And there was some wonderful, wonderful stuff inside the bag. I won't go on. If you know Nando, you can ask him, and he'll tell you what was in there. But it was a beautiful letter, and as you can see, Nando really felt the love that was coming from that card. So he really read it and took a moment for himself on that. So it was really good. And so now he's like, let's see what the goodies are. So he went in for the goodies, and he'll see what else we got. What else he got, I should say, which was really good stuff. And then he's showing you part of what he got. I believe he showed Richard and the guys back there, but I didn't get a chance to get a real close-up, so I'm not sure what that was. And then finally, Nando's looking a little shook there, but he recovered well. And now we're just getting ready to take the photos. All right, so let's start off with these three crazy guys who were still looking refreshed and full of life and vim and vinegar right before we started a lot of the photos. So we got a lot of photos in, and when one of the places that this venue had was a really cool old-looking watchtower, almost like a lighthouse, but it's in the middle of the where there's no water, so it wouldn't be a lighthouse for sure. But it looks really cool. Here's another shot of it. Could be a barn silo as well, but well, it probably actually is a barn silo, but I looked at it as like a lighthouse. And so here we are just chilling before we took some major photos on that. And then here's a shot after all the regular photos were taken. We were doing some other photos, and here's a family shot. My aunt on the left, and my mom second from the left, and my sister, Nando, my other sister to the right of Nando, and then Robert, brother Rob, as y'all know him. And then there were some others and we missed out. So here's another shot of the gang with my dad and his wife Carmen. And so we were just trying to get all the shots in that we could before everybody went inside to chill off. And then we have a shot of the gang with mom. So there's my mom with the four of us, and you see me there in the back as always trying to mug it up. So before we got to the big ceremony, I wanted to show a little bit of this venue here. This was one of the fields, I guess, that they have beautiful colored shrubs and bushes and trees in the background that really made it nice. That purple and then like a reddish purple and then real purple and then yellow seems to mix very well, or whoever's doing their groundskeeping there is doing a fantastic job. But it was a beautiful venue. This is the place where we had the reception, and behind that is the old house that I was showing you from the warm-up. And so this is part of the walk-up coming from the ceremony spot to there. And then again, this is another shot from basically the stage where I was going to be at, and then the walk-up to back to the reception area. And here is the inside, the reception area. So you see that brick wall, that's actually the building that we were in, but then what they've added to it, or expanded in another way, is this table and chairs. And they also had the ACs blowing in here. It was definitely down to like 60 or less just to keep everybody cool, especially for the night ahead. So it turned out to be real nice in there. And here we have it. It's time. All we've been waiting for this entire day. And here we go. So this is my father and his wife coming in, his wife Carmen. And so it's a beautiful time. They were managed to make it out, get the rehearsal in, and he's looking pretty spry in that outfit, or suit, as some people may like to call it. And then you see some of the wedding guests as well. So this is Brother Rob bringing in my mom, who was next in line. You can see she had the fans with her because they were, it was quite hot. And of course I'm getting these photos from people, and so they're in the exact same spot. So we get to see the same wedding people as well. But it was all starting off nice. And then when everybody came in, here are the groomsmen, myself in the far right, looking not too spry, and then the rest of the group there. So with Fernando on far left, and then Richard second from the left, Lacey third from the left, and then me at the end, as I reported before. So it was a wonderful, I think 83 degrees when we started, so it was nice. Here's the wedding party. So now this was actually a reading that was done by my mother and a couple of other people. She started it off, and what she did was they read from a poem. So the people that you see in the very front um, with my mom were actually reading a poem. I missed my sister Norma, who gave. Actually, I don't see her. She is there somewhere. And so they read the poem. And then here we are, once again, the wedding couple in the middle of the ceremony. I believe either Norma or Brother Rob got this photo. And it's a real nice showing off the Calvin Klein suit and showing off the beautiful dress that Camryn was wearing. So shortly after this is when they said, "I do." And it was a great evening. Okay, so now some photos from which I don't have a lot of the reception, and then other stuff that I didn't know where to put it in, so I'm just throwing it in here. And so away we go. Here is the lovely couple in the photo booth that they had set up for the reception. It was a really cool idea. A lot of people took a lot of photos on there. I don't have any at this point, so I may do a follow-up one maybe in a couple of weeks as well. And then here is the wedding cake. I got to see this briefly as I was walking by, and unfortunately I missed the cutting of the cake, and so, which was really unfortunate, but it's a beautiful cake and it tasted really, really good. And my sister Norma was all over the place, so she had some of these selfies done. So here is my sister Norma and Camryn's mom, and so they were, looks like they were feeling no pain at this moment. So I believe that was the rehearsal dinner. So here's the lovely couple again. Just look at the joy and love that they have on their faces, the great smiles, and everybody around them. Just a wonderful, wonderful wedding ceremony that took place. And there you have it, folks. Wonderful wedding, wonderful time had by everyone. We all made it there in one piece. We all left in one piece, and we all made it home in one piece. So that is fantastic. So the shots, like I said, there's a lot of shots that were just from like my side of the family, and I apologize to Camryn's parents and her side of the family, as I didn't have any of those available at the time. So I can always put something together later on. But I know that they had not only like 3 camera people, but they had like 2 videographers as well. So I'm sure, actually I'm not sure, I know what they will put together will be top notch and levels and levels above what I'm doing here. This is just, I wanted to do something as part of my show. So that being said, had a great time, got to drink a lot. No spirit times on this show, but I will tell you that I had a lot of alcohol and it was all very good. So some of the names I'm going to drop: Patron, Silver, Texas whiskey. It's made out of whiskey. My brother-in-law Fernando loves it, and I have now acquired a taste for it. I had myself an old fashioned. I know it's not one particular spirit, but it is a cocktail, and it is still part of Spirit House. And had a couple of those actually, and they turned out very, very well. Everything else was pretty much straight up or neat. With whiskey, every now and then you might want to put just a couple of pieces of ice in there to let it almost blend in. It dilutes into the whiskey and it gives it even more pop, and you can taste even more hidden notes that you may miss without it. So I had some of those. So then also we switched over to Don Julio, so we had some Don Julio as well. So all those are good spirits and cocktails. So if you have an opportunity, have some of those if you can. So I am going to be, this is going to be a little bit short this year, this episode, but that's okay. So once again, if anybody wants to be on the show, just let me know. And if anybody wants me to go to their wedding, I'll go, but I won't be in it. Any friends or family that may want me to go out there and do something like this, I can as well. I do this for free, so I get it done when I get it done, if those are you who are asking. I also got some great work on the house done, but I'll show that next episode. So we're going to go ahead and go out with the wedding couple doing their first dance as a married couple. So here's to Fernando and Camryn. Congratulations. Welcome. I'm glad everybody was able to get out there that make it. And we will see everybody on my show, Javier in the Air. I hope to see everyone or have everyone come check back in next week. Thanks a lot, everyone.